in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces is a transit that lasts a very long time. It's actually coming to a close as 2026, a year one in numerology, number one, a number of karma, action, assertiveness, intellect, wit, imagination, innovation, logic, individuality, and originality. Number one is the year of fresh starts, new perspectives, multidimensionality, and good karma, hopefully, reaping positive rewards. 2026 is the year that the powerful Pisces in Neptune cycle ends, and Neptune in Pisces is Neptune is Pisces planetary ruler. It's the actual planet associated with Pisces, the planet of dreams, psychic instinct, spirituality, mysticism, illusions, fantasy, the arts, and the entertainment industry, music, creativity, art. Neptune in Pisces has been a long transit. It's been great for visionaries, dreamers, seers, prophets, mystics, healers, artists, poets, musicians, wordsmiths, entertainers, comedians, writers, publishers, editors, even managers and marketers, people who work in promo, charity, and all that jazz. But Neptune in Pisces has been a time of deep cleansing and processing, healing, because it's the closing of a chapter. Pisces is the 12th sign, Neptune is the final planet. Pisces represents the soul, completion, endings. Pisces is the final sign before Aries, the first sign, the child of the zodiac. This Pisces transit, which ends in 2026, marks a sense of finally finding your footing and your grounding in the world, finally coming to terms with everything you've created. You've created a masterpiece. Pisces is a mutable sign, which represents putting the Midas touch on projects. Pisces represents putting the Midas touch on projects. Because Pisces is mutable by nature, adaptability, flexibility, multidimensionality, the ability to tune into multiple dimensions, realms, astral visions. Specifically, this mutable sign is a water sign. So, it's all about groundbreaking. What have you done that's been groundbreaking? What have you created that's been groundbreaking? What have you put the Midas touch on? What have you materialized into the earth realm? Visions and ideas from spirit. What have you been a channel for, become a channel for, created and alchemized? Being an alchemist. The Pisces Neptune transit again is a time for dreamers and seers and prophets, spiritual leaders, healers, teachers, nurses, therapists, counselors, creative directors, poets, alchemists, therapists, and anyone who simply wants to birth a new idea or blueprint, bringing blueprints to the physical realm, bringing the spirit to the material. This is all channeled guidance. Obviously, I've read resources and articles, but this is coming from me, Grace, Gabriella. And yeah, it's a powerful time for bringing the realm of spirit and higher self, higher visions, realizations, self-actualizations into the physical material plane. So if you've been working on projects or you've had a business and you've been doing things in one frequency, you've had your project, you've had your vision, your vocation, your mission, maybe from spirit, your angels, guides, ancestors, best friends, family, competition, It's time to really see the rewards of your efforts, reaping good karma, or more like the ending and completion of karmic cycles. It's actually really interesting that this Pisces Neptune transit finalizes in the year 1, 2026, because that's Aries. Number 1 is the number of Aries. Good karma, hopefully, at least leadership, independence, self-autonomy, self-sovereignty, fresh starts, action. Number 1 is masculine. So this is a real powerful transit, just to basically get your vision board or your list out and to finalize, tick off certain boxes or circles you've created, and see things come into fruition. The self-realization, the self-actualization, the alchemy, the spirit, the vision, prophecy. If you've been dealing with illusions, addictions, fantasies, perhaps you've been a fantasy lover to someone, or you've been stuck in a realm of having fantasy lovers in the back of your mind or in your conscious mind, it's the perfect time to really transcend that, because Pisces asks us to transcend, to rise above the material, physical limitations, material, physical realm. Pisces asks us to elevate, integrate, heal, forgive, obviously, because Pisces is a sign of unconditional love, compassion, universal truth, but to elevate, ascension. Specifically with addictions, fantasies, illusions. 2026, the end of this powerful transit, is a awakening, really, or coming out of an awakening. You may have been on a long trip, like spiritually, mentally, emotionally, been on a really long trip in terms of like coming out of a rabbit hole, or a learning cycle, a wisdom cycle, a creation cycle too, visionary productivity, spiritual productivity. Now's the time just to finalize and just sit with your creations, observe your creations, reflect on your creations, figure out exactly what you can do with what you've created so far during the cycle. Neptune is a big planet. Neptune is a water giant. There's something very interesting with the energy of such a large watery planet. And if you look at the colours, blue and white. White is purity, a perfect colour for Pisces. Faith, purity, spiritual illumination, connection to the angelic and clairaudient realms. The ability to tune into cosmic truths, self-alignment, self-realization. White is the colour of purity, with strong angelic ties. Blue, light blue specifically, self-expression, inspiration, angelic inspiration. Clairaudience, the ability to hear things from subtle dimensions and subtle worlds. Clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, telepathy, telepathic abilities have developed in many of us during this Pisces Neptune transit. It's just generally a very powerful cycle, and once again you can work with colour and chakra therapy. I recommend my book, Empath Essential Survival Guide, which is includes colour and chakra therapy, not just talking about empaths and narcissists, but also speaks about how you can work with colours and your chakras for healing. Finally, the subconscious mind. healing, how you can draw superpowers, however that manifests for you, whether it's in the realm of air, fire, water, earth, spirit, drawing on healing powers from the subconscious. So coming to terms with any self-sacrificing, selfless tendencies you may have had, specifically extremely selfless and self-sacrificing tendencies for many of us, especially water signs, or anyone with a really strong water sign placement. Boundaries, issues of boundaries, where you've handed over your power, platonic, romantic, or family relationships, subconscious wisdom, how you draw ideas and imagination, inspiration from the realm of the subconscious into tangible works of art and creations. Finally, compassion and unconditional love. How does your true nature, your authentic, genuine nature show up in the world? What is your authentic, genuine nature? How do you show people your soul? I'm Grace Gabriella, an astrologer, numerologist, Reiki master teacher, dream therapist, qualified crystal therapist, qualified, and someone who is fascinated by the realm of astrology and spirit. So if you've enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and reach out. I'm available for projects too.